Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin is crushing everything. $10,000 and $1,200. And on this exchange here, it's like $1,100 and $5,000. $11,500. Insane. This is a historical number. Like $10,000 is a psychological barrier. And this is time to celebrate, just get some beers and and everything. Let me check if I'm still recording. Yes, I'm recording. So yeah, insane. It's very exciting in the same moment and very frustrating for me because I don't hold a lot of coins. As you remember, I started just with $300, and now I'm not so bad, but it's always good to have more. That's why I always wanted Bitcoin to go down with these hard forks and everything so I can buy cheap and stuff. But it didn't happen. And I don't see it how it's going to happen because there's so huge demand for Bitcoin right now. I think we can hit $100,000 next year. Let me explain you why. For example, 1 year ago, last January, Bitcoin was around $700-800, and today it's not even a year; it's 11 months now. Bitcoin is almost $1,100. This is over a 1,000% increase, like almost 1,300% increase in value. If this continues in the next year, just 100%, this means this means $100,000 for Bitcoin. Simple, just simply if you watch history. And the hype is going to increase into next year as well because people are getting more and more familiar with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is now mainstream already. Hedge funds are investing, Wall Street starting to invest. People are starting to invest. YouTube is booming from everybody is speaking for YouTube. And next year is going to be even huger. So I think $100,000 for Bitcoin next year, it's not going to be something unusual. And let me show you something now. So it's going to just give you a little bit of glimpse how much money there is in the world, and that Bitcoin is going to worth $1 million probably in 2-3 years. Let me show you. So right now silver has $17 billion. This is a little bit, but cryptocurrency is the second. We're just in the bottom from all the money in the world. Bitcoin is in the bottom, from all the money in the world. So imagine how much money we're going to have that are going to come into Bitcoin. All the big companies, they got their money into dollars, and they have like almost $1 trillion into different currencies around the world. Most of them, they're holding them into dollars. So imagine all of these companies transferring their money into some other cryptocurrency, because this is going to happen. We all know that fiat currency is dying, and guess where the money are going to go? Guess where the money are going to go? Now this is $1 trillion just here. Let me just calculate it. Let's say we don't get this $1 trillion. Let's say we have only the half of it goes to Bitcoin. Because Bitcoins keep holding its dominance to beyond 50%. So let's say just $50. Just $0.5 trillion go into Bitcoin. Next, the world's richest people, just the 50 richest people in the world, they hold $2 trillion. And guess where this money are going to go? Now this This is not the money they're holding into their bank account. This is, this money are estimated of their companies, their real estate and everything. So we cannot take some money from here because it's very, very speculative. We cannot put this money into our calculations, but let's go to the next one. California's money, GDP, they have almost $2 trillion, but we cannot put this money into our calculation because this is all the people's money in California, so we cannot put this into our calculations. Let's see, federal balance sheet. So Federal Reserve, they're holding $5 trillion. $5 trillion they have into their reserve. This is very interesting. So let's say, because they're not going to put their money into cryptocurrency, definitely. But let's say if the United States secretly starts to invest in Bitcoin or something because they want to secure the government, let's just put $1 trillion. Okay, plus $1 trillion. Now we have $1.5 trillion. Currency. This is all the bullshit currency that exists in the world that cryptocurrencies are going to eat. So cryptocurrencies around the world are going to eat $8 trillion. This is the value of currencies that exist in the world. But later on, there is something called circulating currencies. Where is it? Global real estate debt, narrow money. Yeah, we have to jump from currency to narrow money. This is the supply, how much money there are in supply. So we're going to jump from, we're going to skip this one here. Stock markets. So there's $73 trillion in stock markets, different companies around the world. So where this money are going to go when Davor dies, all this money they are holding in some bank accounts around the world. A lot of this money are going to get into cryptocurrency because they are going to die, when the Davor dies. So let's say from this money, let's put just speculative number, let's say $10 trillion. Just go to to Bitcoin because people start to invest in Bitcoin, and so on. So now, what happened? We have 1.5 billion plus 10 billions, $11.5 trillion. Okay. Global money supply, and this is all the money around the world that are circulating. So narrow money, the total value of the world's easily accessible money. So we have $63 trillion circulating. And broad money is the total value of the world's money. So this is all the money that are existing on bank accounts and all of these bullshits. A lot of them, they're not existing, just numbers into the bank accounts. And savings and checking and deposits and everything. So when the big recession comes and the dollar starts dying, a lot of this money are going to be transferred into cryptocurrencies. But a lot of them actually doesn't exist. So a lot of this money are going to evaporate. But let's say a small amount of money survives, like, I don't know, $10 trillion survives from this money that are going to be actual money. And let's say $5 trillion goes to Bitcoin. And remember, guys, this is just speculative numbers. I'm just figuring some numbers into my head just to give you an idea how much money can go into Bitcoin. So let's put plus $5 trillion. Now we have $16.5 trillion into Bitcoin. Global debt. This is the money different governments get, just United States has like around $20 trillion into debt, and all the global debt is around $200 trillion. But this means this money doesn't exist, because when a country goes into debt, all the money are going into the bank, like Federal Bank Reserve from the United States. And when this money go to their accounts, they need to start printing money in order to compensate the banks with this debt. So a lot of this money doesn't exist technically. So I'm not going to put this into our data because it's too speculative here. But let's go to real estate. So when the recession comes, a lot of the real estate is going to devaluate, and a lot of people are going to transfer part of their assets into Bitcoin. And I know a lot of people are also going to buy real estate, but guess what they're going to use to buy real estate? They're going to use Bitcoin. People are going to start accepting Bitcoin as a payment method for real estate. So imagine how much money they're going to transfer into Bitcoin. Let's put another $10 trillion here, plus $10 trillion here. Transferring from people transitioning real estate, flipping, and getting their money into Bitcoin, and so on. Derivatives is very most of this money doesn't exist. It just bubble. As you can see, what is derivative? Derivative is a contract between two or more parties that derives its value from the performance of underlying asset, index, or entity. So this is in money in paper, let's say. A lot of people are keeping derivatives and getting derivatives. And I'm not very familiar from this financial terms here. I hope I don't confuse you, because I don't understand it very good as well. But there's a lot of money in derivatives, and derivatives is futures, forwards, options, warrants, swaps, and so on. So a lot of derivatives are going to get into Bitcoin. It's hard for me to calculate how much, but okay, let's put the smallest amount I can think you can get. Let's put $10 trillion. This is my humble opinion. Plus $10 trillion. Now we have $36 trillion into Bitcoin. And as you can see here, we reached the low of estimate. The high-end estimate for the value of all the derivative contracts is as high as $1.2 quadrillion. So there's a huge amount of money into derivatives. Quadrillion. Who knows how much fake money or just money on the paper they exist. So whereas Bitcoin is just one tiny square here. And imagine if we got, like, let's round it around, if Bitcoin just receives $40 trillion, how much the worth of Bitcoin is going to be? Let's say so in Bitcoin there is 16 million Bitcoins. Let's say next year we hit $17 trillion, 17 million Bitcoins. Let me open the calculator. So we have 17 million Bitcoins. So let's say we have $17 trillion into Bitcoin. Let's put 17, this is 17 millions, 17 billions, and this is $17 trillion. 1 million, 1 billion, $17 trillion. Let's say I have $17 trillion divided by 17 million coins we have into Bitcoin. And what number we're going to get? $1 million per Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin market cap hits $17 trillion, we're going to see Bitcoin at $1 billion. And remember, just in January, February, we were around 17 billion. So next year, if we keep growing like this, we're going to see $1 trillion into Bitcoin. And $1 trillion into Bitcoin, what does it mean? $100,000 per Bitcoin. I hope that doesn't confuse you, but this is just the simplest explanation that is in my head how Bitcoin actually is going to get its money and its value. And a lot of you are going to say Bitcoin is not so valuable. You know, Bitcoin is slow. Bitcoin is not instantaneous transaction. You know, Bitcoin is just people keep it for a store of value and so on. Bitcoin is speculative. I can get you tons of shit about Bitcoin, but the truth is, Bitcoin is the future, and Bitcoin is going to get just more faster. Bitcoin is to get another layers like the Lightning Network and so on. So don't worry about this. Bitcoin is here and it's going to stay. You know, not even IOTA and other technology are going to break Bitcoin, but IOTA is increasing in value as well. $4 trillion. Insane. But not even other technologies can stop Bitcoin because Bitcoin is growing and the technology is evolving. This is my explanation how Bitcoin is going to get to $100,000. So don't worry, even if Bitcoin retrieves to $8,000, this is possible because these charts never keep. We need correction, you know. We cannot go just like crazy, you know. We always have corrections. So the best thing you can do is just buy and hold, buy and hold, buy and hold, and you're going to make a lot of money. So thank you guys for watching. Updates. Okay, I don't have a lot of time to update you about, but today's ICO, I couldn't buy Unix because there's 15,000 people trying to buy this thing, and I'm going to just show you how fast this thing is sold out. So Unix was sold out for, let me see, 10 seconds. Insane. I want to buy this so much because there's a huge demand about this and it's going to be very, very good lending platform. Update in Ucoin. I couldn't buy today Ucoin as well, but it's not problem, you know. Not so sad because I have some Bitcoins, some Ucoins. So yeah, Ucoin was sold out for 28 seconds as well. So this is insane. They have 200,000 members, you know. When we hit the exchanges, they're probably going to have like 300 members or 400,000 members. This is insane. I think this coin is going to go to $30 probably the first month, $30-40 the first month. So just get, I don't know, 100 tokens and you'll be good. You know, the price now is like $1 or 19 cents per coin. So don't miss this one, guys. Davor. I'm so excited for Davor. I can't wait. The exchange is going to be launched in tomorrow, technically tomorrow, you know, 30th of November, Thursday. So this is the clock, and I see Davor hitting the exchange at $10. So let's going to see what's going to happen. I'm going to live stream it because it's so exciting. And yes, Bitcoin is hitting $8,100 here. Let me see on the other exchanges. 10,400. Bitstamp. Yeah, Bitfinex. 10,200. And by the way, let me explain how Davor coin works. So they have this arbitrage program called arbitrage. So what they're doing is they're buying Bitcoin. So for example, you lend them $1,000. They go to this exchange here, Hit BTC, and they buy Bitcoin cheap here for $900 and $9,800. And what they do, they buy cheap, and when the price increases, they're selling their profits, for example, into this exchange here, CoinXIO. This is like $1,000 difference, almost $1,000 difference. And if you look at BitHump, for example, the price here is like $2,000 difference almost. Here is $12,000. You can do this arbitrage trading. It's real. You can do it yourself, and get these profits. So it's insane. It's insane, And this is their business. This is what the Davor coin does, and I think the lending platform is going to be very, very good. You can start lending. You can do this. I'm going to do a lend. My goal is to do a $25,000 lend, and as you can see, their percentage is almost 2% a day. This is going to be one of the best platforms there. It's going to be my favorite platform. This is the update, guys. This is updates. There's a lot of things going around Bitconnect, but stay tuned, and good luck. I have to finish this video. It's getting too long, so I hope don't forget something. Bye bye.